This Christmas story is called Wink Wink Nod Nod. 'Twas the week before Christmas, and all through the town there was such great planning for the holiday coming round. As the children dreamed of the joys soon to come, the cell phones started ringing and many plans came undone. Dad's boss called and said, "Sorry, my man, but you're off to Nepal. The economy's not good and we must stay on the ball." Then Moms went off too with that ringtone like Star Wars, and before we knew it, because of their jobs, they were gone to the airport in both their cars. He to Nepal and she to St. Paul. He to arrange finance and she to repair. Dad knew all about money and currency while Mom was a whiz at hardware and software care. The children all worried, but Grandpa knew best. He had a great secret he kept close to his chest. With Dad in Nepal and Mom in St. Paul, Grandpa cooked waffles, eggs, and sausages, drove kids to school, church, sports, and all, and when they sneezed, he gave lozenges. As the children studied math and the alphabet, Grandpa dialed his phone to the bosses in their offices, asking when the parents could come home. He told them that Santa had called and his list wasn't complete. These busy parents had tried, but with their work couldn't compete. By the time they got home, the shelves in stores would be bare. The ones who had made time would have quickly shopped with care. Princess Leia dolls and Han Solo guys were nowhere to be found. The Black Friday shoppers had run them to ground. Lightsabers in tubes and stormtroopers by dozens, Millennium Falcons and even Death Stars were all bought pre-assembled, but for ones and pieces in boxes and jars. When it came to the kids of this mom and dad, they weren't worried about Christmas toys and such. With St. Paul keeping mommy and dad in Nepal, they just wanted them home. Little else mattered much. For this week had taught them that even with toys under the tree, without mom and dad home, no Christmas would it be. Then Grandpa winked at this story, well told. He knew what he had said to mom's and dad's bosses. He had reminded them of their own childhood losses as holiday kids with their dads off at wars for various causes. So Grandpa canoodled and conspired with the former lonely bosses, and then they arranged flights, matching flights, for these chickadees, Rooster and Hen. Dad from Nepal and Mom from St. Paul would both land in Denver at nearly the same gate with a 2-hour layover to catch a flight home, and this is what was so great. They didn't know that lonely Grandpa, while off to his war, so missed his soulmate, had arranged all this craziness for their accidental dinner date. When he knew the time was just right, for he had scheduled each jet to appear, he called them each and acted surprised at this miraculous reunion of his sweet dears. A few hours later, with the kids in the car, they drove to the airport in Grandpa's VW Bug, and with tears of relief and shouts of joy, greeted Mommy and Daddy with kisses and hugs. The suitcases they threw on the rack over the Bug, and all crammed inside, each warm and snug. For inside the suitcases were thoughts of home. Though they'd been on opposite sides of the world, there was a blue drum from Nepal bought by Dad, and for Mom a brown bear made in St. Paul. For bosses and grandpas and moms and dads all knew in their hearts it wouldn't be a holiday Christmas for long, despite food on a table and presents galore, without family together joined in a song about the baby and his parents in this 2,000-year story, with a lamb in a barn and a bright star above all, guiding good wise men from distant places to a manger in Bethlehem, so far from Nepal and St. Paul. Merry Christmas, dear ones.